Good morning and welcome to Rakesh. I am Dr. Ramesh Dargad from Mumbai, working for Lilavati Hospital. I would like to talk to Dr. Rakesh Yadav from Delhi, who is going to be the organizing secretary for the forthcoming CSI. Welcome, Rakesh.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, we have some questions for you, actually, but I will divide into two parts. One will tie to your forthcoming CSI, and then some few questions related to general CSI. Of course, Rakesh, you have been observing these last 3 days what will be happening in this CSI. Everybody has been quite happy, hopefully, and we try to do best, actually. But even there are some pitfalls, I hope. Can you point out some drawbacks where we could have improved, as your observation in this?
As the observation of all the participants is that this year we have a wonderful CSI. The scientific program, which is under the leadership of Dr. K.C. Goswami, me, Nitish and Ramakrishnan, we all has tried to give a scientific program which is not only for cardiologists but for the physician also, for the trainees also, for DNB students also. And what we have done is that we have charted out the program so that a DNB, if they want to attend, they can attend only 2 days and they can get maximum from this CSI. And the second important thing that both the scientific team and the organizing team has restricted or was very strict in time management, and it has been appreciated by a lot that if you are given a 12 minutes time, you have to finish in 12 minutes, and all these sessions are going dot on time. Dot on time means that is an appreciable effort from the organizing committee, that a session which has to be started at 2 o'clock has started sharp at 2 o'clock. So this is really a great achievement. And this can only be done when the scientific committee and the organizing committee, and I'm really amazed to see the coordination of the senior faculty from Mumbai in all the halls. And in all the halls, if you see, one of the very senior faculty is sitting from 9 o'clock to 6 o'clock, monitoring each and everything. They are calling the speakers and chairperson 1 hour before, 2 hours before, insisting that your presentation is uploaded or not uploaded. And I think this is a wonderful organization which has been done by Mumbai team under the chairmanship of Professor Satyavan Sharma and Praful Kerkal. And I'm really thankful to Dr. Bharat Dalvi and Dr. Amit Vora for their sincere effort.
Thanks, Rakesh, for these comments, actually. But I think there's always scope for some improvement further. I think you have any plans in the next year, something better than what we have done, actually. And apart from the scientific program, which actually you said was excellently made by your teams, actually, the logistic-wise, you feel any deficiency in our thing, actually, the ambience, the accommodation, food, so many things are there, part of that, actually.
I think the logistic is perfectly fine. What comment we have received that we have to increase the duration of the talk. Some talk we have given 9 minutes, but we have chosen because those talks are a very focused talk. And we have told the speakers that this talk is not a general, it is a very focused talk.
You should
so just give the slides which is helpful for the physician, helpful for the cardiologist. Just give them the take-home messages so that they just see 2 or 3 slides and will take home messages of that particular topic. So I think this may be a little bit a drawback, that the time allotted for each speakers they are telling is a little bit less, and definitely if this is a deficiency, we will request the next scientific chair that he should make the talk little bit 12 minutes so that everything can be presented.
So some time for interaction. You have found that in this whole session, the time was very punctuality maintained, but there was a very little time for interactive part of the audience.
We have kept 10 minutes and 12 minutes in the last.
Yes.
Somewhere 12 minutes, 10 minutes
actually
in the last for interaction.
So I think an interactive part will settle a bit more time in next year. Yes. We can actually reserve that time for apart from the talk, where audience have some participation, will be much better. Yes. How do you want to improve the academic standards of the CSI overall, sir? Where plans you do?
I think every scientific chair do his best to improve the academic part. But the biggest problem with this meeting is 4 days long.
Yes.
So majority of the physician or cardiologist or person working in the private or government sector don't get leave for 4 days. So sometimes we see that in Sunday, especially the Sunday, the halls are vacant. But this time, on Thursday at 9 o'clock, we have head counted.
Yes,
there's about 700% who are there. So that is really an amazing thing. And that I think this is the thing which is open for discussion, how to improve the attendance. But this time everybody is saying that the
attendance was not
is
a problem at
absolutely
all.
perfect.
In all the hall, even hall C, D, all, everything. Actually, but one thing, Rakesh, we all are lot of influence of pharma comes in academics actually because we are funded by pharma. Do you feel this factor makes any difference, or can you overcome that in the next part actually? Because whatever you say, it is not in India, in internationally also, the pharmas do play some role, and I think they try to influence you on the academics part, and we have to sometimes go to some of them, but can we reduce it that way? What we can do actually? That's what I think.
No, this time everybody has appreciated Dr. Goswami's effort. And I know I am working under Dr. Goswami since last 20 years. And I know that not even a single talk is sponsored by anybody. We have chosen the topic, we have chosen the person, we have seen the credential of that person
Irrespective
in the net.
of the pharma's pressure.
We have seen the credential of that person in the net, in which area he can speak. Only those persons are giving talk on that area. We have not given talk to anybody who is not involved in that area. So this time we have tried 100% that there is no influence of pharma, and we are very thankful for pharma also that they have never put any influence in us. They say you people will create a very good program, and we hope that your program will be perfect. And I think everybody has appreciated this effort.
I think, Rakesh, do you feel that some new faces should be given more opportunity? Because we see the same faces moving every year. Do you feel that some new faces and the immediate DM or these younger people should get more opportunity on the podium, actually, and which has not been happening because of the same faces repeat again to sing something?
If you see the scientific program, what we have seen, there are some very good speakers. 25% topics has to be given to those speakers, international renowned speakers, because people want to listen them. But if you see in this program, at least 30% of the talks are given to youngsters.
Yes.
Now this was our policy, that 25% talks should be given by expert, because everybody want to listen the expert. 25% to be given to senior persons who are known here. 25% you have to give.
You have to divide in balance it actually, because I think some of the senior people, we have to respect them actually.
But this time, if you see the program, we have encouraged the junior person in giving lectures, and even in good sessions and good halls.
I think what we want to change in the trade and exhibition area, do you have any ideas? Whatever we have been done today is okay, but some pharmas giving some gifts and distributing. This system looks not very good actually. Do you want to make some change in the trade and exhibition area, something which I think doesn't look actually?
I think this is being debated a lot in everywhere, in EC meeting also, AGMs also. There is pros and cons. Pros is that yes, it's an academic meeting, we should not distribute these things. But people say, sometime a person who is sitting in a hall get bored, he want to go to have a coffee, he want to go to chat with somebody. So nobody can sit from 9 to 6 in hall for 4 days.
So some little bit, but I think it should not become too much.
Entertainment, there should be some thing which is going simultaneously in this academy meeting, because sitting from 9 to 6 everybody get bored. So I think it's a debatable matter, but this time I think the paperless things has done a very
I think
good
digital
job.
work, and I think can further improve. I think almost paperless in the next conference. It will become almost, I think. One more point, if we as managing committee, we were discussing one option of having a packed lunch during the lunch hours, like international meets have. But somehow, actually, only few people were in that favor. Myself, Yash and Amit only were the people. The majority didn't like that idea of packed lunch, which international conferences you go and take a packed lunch and come back. Which wanted to have a regular lunches, all that thing, which takes a lot of time, energy, money, all that thing.
That has been tried in some conference. Because people see the quality of the packed lunch is so much, they say we cannot eat this lunch for 4 days because the meetings are
at least
long.
for 1 or 2 days, at least you can try this actually. I think in the next conference, I think that was a suggestion from myself. We fought for that, Amit and Yash, to give these people one day at least keep it a packed lunch, and not all the 4 days, at least start with that. Because at international meets, when you go to ACC, ESC, you take a packed lunch and you come out, lunch at all, and you just buy and everything. So it's very easy. Why can't we do it actually? It reduces a lot of area and all that thing at the cost and all that thing. That's one thing. I think digital already we have been a lot, and I think in the next conference it will become. I think one more challenge for you will be Delhi's December climate is very foggy, and this pollution are going to be a challenge for you.
The best season in Delhi is the first week of December.
I think that's what the time.
The fog start after 25th December.
Because that day flights delayed and all the traffic.
Absolutely no. This is the best week of whole of the year in Delhi.
So Rakesh, you have a very good plans, and I wish you all the best for your forthcoming conference. But I think some few questions more regarding the general CSI. Yesterday, in a general body, we were discussing something like a research foundation or separate body in the research should be made in the CSI, like what API has done, and separate funds should be distributed to younger people who have a relatively good project can be funded because we are paying a lot of huge income tax in a CSI with the profit you get. Do you have the plans we should implement where we can make a separate corpus and separate body for the research people and who are going to forthcoming actually?
I think still the CSI has got a separate corps. There was separate research wing also. Dr. P.P. Mohan is heading that wing.
Yes, sir.
The CSI is funding a lot of research activity. Increasing the amount is an prerogative of general body and CSI executive. But CSI is involved. I think I am involved in CSI from last 10 years. And they are supporting the research. There is a separate wing, there is a separate person who are looking, and very soon they are
Even
going
there's a separate corpus research and
yes,
separate
there's
body
a-
research
there is-
body
there is
should
a-
be given, and that to the people who are interested and they have a good project, they submit the project. I think ethics committee is already, you are already on the working
on the- on-
and
on
once
the track.
it comes actually. The other thing was yesterday discussed in the general body, the public awareness part of the CSI responsibility, social responsibility. We can create more public awareness with the media help or whatever, and create like sudden cardiac death we try to do, or the lipid metabolism, or the exercise program, or against obesity, something. I think the public awareness, we should spend some more money. There has been some budget, they said, which has been doubled,
There is a
but I
double.
think we need to do much more for this
Sure.
part of the CSI actually. And of course, some newer guidelines of the Indian level with the basis of the CSI, we not always follow the Western guidelines, which may not be applicable in as many of the cases. So we are already on workings like a lipid guidelines or hypertensive guidelines.
We have already published 2 guidelines, STEMI guidelines, heart failure guidelines. The lipid guidelines is in the process. And I think CSI is taking very active role in making our Indian guidelines.
Correct. And the other part, of course, Indian Heart Journal is not your domain, but I think there also we need to some more further improvement. Of course, already digital.
I am become the editor
of
Indian
this,
Heart
and
Journal.
so you have a lot of responsibility.
Really, we will
actually.
try hard to improve the status of the Indian Heart Journal so that we can get good articles, good reviews, and good impact factor.
That's correct. And do you feel that bringing more international faculty, do you improve our academic standards of the
The
conferences?
important thing, if you are bringing the international faculty who are master of that area,
Yeah, right. Then
it helps.
it helps.
Because they are master of their area. So I have no doubt that international faculty should be called, but
Yes.
you should also
any-
encourage your local faculty and youngsters also.
Correct, that's
so
the
the
way.
mixture of international faculty, your senior, the youngster faculty, makes a CSI
More
success.
better. But somebody, the master of that field probably, he should be, and face-to-face meeting him will give a lot of opportunity to younger people
To
who are
interact
actually.
with him, to discuss with them, to know with them what they are doing.
I think one other where I think reuse of these devices actually is a topic which is hotly discussed with all the people, and we have been with government fighting to get an legal permission for all those things, and CSI being one of the part of that. I think we have to do what future plans we have, because I think India like country where resources are limited, I think reuse of devices is going to be a real useful for the poor people. We still don't have proper guidelines, pacemaker reuse. I think, do you have any plans on what we are going to do at level of CSI with the fighting to get a legal permission for those things actually?
I think this is a very hot and debatable topic nowadays.
Okay.
Because there is a legal issue, there is an ethical issue, there is a social issue,
Issue.
and there is a moral issue. Now all 4 issues has to be amalgamated with each other to find out the solution. The legal issue, the legal person will take care of. That we cannot take. We can only take the social issue, we can only take the moral issue, and we can only partially take the ethical issue. So there is a lot of debate going on, there is a lot of discussion going on, even in the government level there is going on. I hope some guideline can be given.
But as a CSI body, which is a very powerful body of the actually Indian level with so many members, I think we can have your contacts. You are in the AIMS, you have good contacts with the health ministry and other people. Probably you treat all of them, and I think can use those your relations with them to make some. I think with a country like India really needs those guidelines properly, because today you will be sued legal opinion for reusing testing, and some people have got illegal notices. So I think this is really a challenging job, and I think
that
we
is
should.
a very challenging job, and I think government is very cautious in this because of the legal issues
and ethical,
social
social.
issues and
But I
social.
think country like India should have some different ethical. And I think yesterday Satyavan Sharma spoke very good about the postgraduate
Postgraduate
training in
training,
India.
yes, yes.
I think DNB and versus DM, already compared all the thing. I think CSI will have some role to play to improve the quality. We can create more. I think with the DNB people are lacking some of the training which they should get it like a DM at a government hospital. With the CSI collaboration, we can get them opportunity to work for a few months in a government hospital or somewhere the department. I think they can improve the DNB quality, which actually little bit inferior what we call, they won't get that opportunity. But teaching issues, I think that's one aspect that I think when yesterday Satyavan Sharma was talking.
There's a lot of debate that DNB people should be attached partially to the government hospital where the teaching is going on.
Going on for a few months at least.
For a few months. But I think if it is made from a government point of view, there should be a policy from a government, then it will be easy. Otherwise, it's sometimes very difficult for a government hospital to accumulate all the DNB.
Correct. It should be a regular policy from the MCI guidelines or something. They have to get it that actually that it should come from the MCI. Yeah. Anything else, Rakesh, you want to talk from your point of view, organizing your plans on Delhi?
Just I want to welcome you all for next year's CSI, which we are going to have in Delhi under the chairmanship of Professor K.C. Goswami, and I am the organizing secretary. And I can assure you that
quality
I can never say that I will do better than this, because this is a very good CSI.
Landmark.
I will try to be at par with Mumbai CSI, and I will definitely welcome everybody to come there, stay for 4 days and enjoy everything, academic fees, your culture, your mental peace, and I will try to have the best which I can give to you.
Rakesh, from our side, the organizing committee, we will try to help you. Anything required for your logistics-wise, all that we people have worked already and they have a lot of experience how to do. I think definitely it will be definitely a pleasure working with you, and I think I hope all the best for the success for your conference. Thank you.